Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is chilling at 121,819 and 27 cents. Not that bad, honestly. We got our little dumperoonie. What is that? 12 hours ago? So, to be expected. Little pullback, little breather. What's interesting is it seems to be reacting off of the old all-time high. So we got our current all-time high established, but our previous all-time high, this 124,474, we came back below it, retested, confirmed resistance, and continued to the downside. I don't know how far we're going to go down. We do have a confirmed red dot on market cipher, red dot on our momentum wave, and a technical bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI way back here, where we rejected once, twice, 3 times, and are now continuing to the downside. I see this as a healthy pullback. It's a nice reset of our oscillators, if you will, and it's going to allow us to move up more later, and that's exactly what we need, especially with Bitcoin being as high as it is. As far as the value, like the market cap goes, we're going to need some pullbacks. Now, I do believe gold also made a new all-time high today, which is tremendous. So, safe haven assets are still leading the way, and Bitcoin is definitely a safe haven asset, at least in my opinion. We got some nice wicks down here indicating some buys as well. So, the bullish sentiment is not lost at all, and this is very par for the course for Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is up 0.09% on the day, currently trading at 58.97. We are below 59, which is good. If we get a rejection here, that would be awesome. Only thing that's worried me about it a little bit is we got some wicks, and those wicks are kind of signaling upside. We do have a green dot on our momentum wave as well, which I think is for bearish or bullish diff. It is bullish diff, which actually shows an uptrend on the price or the percentage and a downtrend on the RSI. Hopefully that gets invalidated. John 316 said, "Hey JJ, I bought a Jasmine position today. Smash the like. Are we in trouble?" I don't think we're in trouble, no. Smash the like though. What's going on, John? Okay, so Bitcoin we talked about. It's down 2.37% on the day. Pullback, healthy. I think we're in a good spot. Let's look for 120 for some support. Nice psychological level. If we do need, well, actually, it's kind of more than a psychological level. We had a lot of resistance back here, and this is the first time we've gotten back above it with conviction. So let's hold that and then continue to the upside. The scaffolding has been built. Our position is stable, sturdy, strong, and I do genuinely believe that we can continue to see upside from here. It is Q4, and Q4 is usually pretty bullish, especially October. ETH is down 4.36% on the day, seemingly rejecting our purple trend line here right around 47.50. Dixie said, "JJ, what's going on, Dixie? Happy Tuesday, my friend." So we got proper rejection, little sideways kind of scenario before that, and pretty big red candle. That is a 4% negative candle. Not a huge deal. We're kind of in a safe zone, in my opinion, in between 42.40 and 48.68. This is all just one gigantic trade zone. I would love to see 5K. I don't know if it's going to happen soon. We are below 4,500, which is a little bit bearish for me. But again, our RSI was incredibly overbought, especially on the 4-hour time frame. So we do need to cool off. We got a red dot on our momentum wave playing out as we speak. RSI is sitting right below 50. Oscillators resetting, looking good. Dixie said, "I hope you all having a good day. Smash like." Mr. Roberts said, "I made it on time." Yo, what's going on, Mr. Roberts? Happy Tuesday, my friend. Sol is down 4.72% on the day. A lot of these coins look very, very similar. The structure is no doubt mirrored across the board for sure. With Sol, what's interesting is this lower low or lower high. I'm sorry. With that, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting observation for sure. Here we got a higher high, but that resulted in some downside. So maybe it'll be the opposite this time. A lower high and upside. I don't know. But we did break below our lower trend line, turned upper trend line over here, and we broke below 225. Next stop, I guess midpoint reaction, probably 212, 213. Otherwise, 200 is definitely in play. RSI is almost entirely reset, so Sol actually might rebound before everything else, which would be awesome. I am looking for Sol to kind of... I know that Solana had its heyday, it probably most of last year and early this year, and people probably aren't looking for it to really do that well for the remainder of the bull market. But with BNB flipping XRP and to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap, I fully expect Solana to get there. I think Solana deserves it. I think that the revenue speaks for itself. And regardless of how you feel about it, if you're like, oh, it's all rugs, blah, 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 nobody really cares. If the price performs well, the price performs well. If the revenue is insanely high, there's a reason for that. Solana is very heavily used. It's very user-friendly. It's the people's ecosystem. It really is. So regardless of what BNB does, I think Solana could give BNB a run for their money. And maybe people are flocking to BNB. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and people are flocking to BNB because BNB doesn't have any kind of pump fund scenario. I don't know. I do not know. I think they're going to run into the same situation. BNB is, in my opinion, just as centralized as Solana. Probably way more centralized than Solana. But that's a different discussion. So let's look for support around 212, 213. Otherwise, 200 is definitely in play. I think 212, 213 should give us a relatively low RSI, which would be really good for a potential reversal from there. And that would also give us a higher low. As long as we hold above 200, we're in higher low territory. Total 3 is down 1.69%. Nice. We are following the adjusted fractal still. We are decoupling a little bit, but I don't see this. I don't know, actually. Is the fractal going to be trash? Maybe. I hope not. RSI is kind of resetting. What's interesting about this is we definitely got bearish div. But that bearish div is just this right here. That's played out already. The bearish div also signals further upside, like the price continuing up, or in this case, percentage continuing up, versus the RSI continuing down. We do also have a confirmed red dot on market cipher, a red dot in our momentum wave, which is playing out. And RSI seemingly rejecting the moving average over and over again. We broke our all-time high, made a new one, and now we're taking a breather. No surprise there. Old all-time high 1.16, we lost that. 1.13 should be good support. That's previous like all-time high from before all of this. So we'll see when that comes into play. ADA is down 5.74% on the day. 82 should be decent support. Otherwise, 80 should be strong support, especially with all of this price action right here, right below 80. If we lose 80, we're probably going to 75, which stinks. But what are you going to do? We definitely got some kind of a trend here with the price flipping back and forth on this downtrend. We're above, we're below, we're above, we're below. Wait until, I guess, this breaks to the upside. Then maybe we can get above $1. Until then, though, as far as I'm concerned, we're like consolidating in some massive pattern that nobody sees. I don't know. Maybe that's it, actually. That doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happens. Whoops. Oh, jeez. What have I done? Don't want auto. Okay, I got it. I fixed it. So yeah, if we lose 82, we're looking for 80. And if we lose 80, probably looking for 75. SNEK is down 6.07% on the day. Big wick up top. A lot of sell pressure right there on MXC specifically. SNEK, I believe, is primarily traded on chain. So take the wicks with a grain of salt. But we did get a solid rejection, it seems, at 43. We are at 39.83, which is below 40, which makes me a little bit sad. But it is what it is. RSI broke below the moving average and has rejected once, technically twice, I'm going to call it. And we're continuing downside. Potential retest here soon, or reset here soon. I would like to see below 30, and then we can talk about a reversal. We do have some consolidation happening, it seems. A little coiling up going on our momentum wave with a lot of dots. Currently, we have a red dot on the momentum wave signaling downside, but that coiled up aspect makes me think there might be a move coming up soon, which would be pretty exciting. We'll see what happens. XRP down 4.39% on the day, currently trading at 285.72. We lost our yellow-orange trend line at about 294, and with that came a pretty violent downside. 275 is next in play. We are right below the midpoint. Midpoint, I would say probably around 286, 287. Yeah, I'm going to call it 287, 288 even. So we lost our midpoint. Actually, I'll just go right here. That looks good. And we're continuing the downside. I'm not going to lie. Not financial advice. I might try to short XRP. I'm seeing a lot of bearish sentiment around XRP, especially with BNB flipping it. You do got a red dot on your momentum wave signaling further downside. Don't do what I do. Probably not a good idea to short XRP, honestly. I'm an idiot, and I will gladly lose money doing it because I'm really bad at shorting, so best to not follow my advice when it comes to shorting. Let's go take a look at Jasmine really quick for John. Jasmine is one of those coins that is, in my opinion, strictly for trading, flipping, swing trading, what have you. There was a uptrend that has been lost. Is it a fake out? Maybe. You got 1, 2, technically third hit was lost, and now what's it doing? Is that a cup and handle? It's kind of sloppy. Maybe it's inverse head and shoulder. I could see that, actually. That's not too bad. Your right shoulder would be a little malformed. But that doesn't mean that it's not valid. It does. See, what I'm getting out of that, too, though, is that it's rejecting right now. It has, like, invalidated. So be careful. You do have a red dot on your momentum wave signaling downside on the 4-hour time frame, and your moving average on the RSI you crossed bearish over the moving average on the RSI. Now, this RSI very much, but it looks like it consistently, it's pretty violent, pretty volatile. It looks like it's constantly coiling up, like all of this crazy chop. That's not normal from what we've seen. And I don't know if it's because of how this thing moves. It's such a low market cap. I have no idea. It could literally just be volatility. But just be careful with this one. This is one of those ones where they did a lot of buzzword selling. They've pivoted their narrative like 5 or 6 times. The team is a bunch of, you know, generic bigwigs from Japan or something like that. It just, and they might have a lot of bullish news. I just don't know a lot about it, to be completely honest. It's just one of those flavor of the week coins from last bull market that I think is trying to recapture market share. I mean, clearly they're doing something right. There is a very obvious uptrend here. So it might be a pretty decent sized winner. What would be great is if you caught it during one of these monstrous moves. That is why this is good for trading. Now, the return aspect, this downtrend, is why it's not good for holding, in my opinion. But, you know, that's not what we're trying to do. Tyler giving an early daily close contest submission. Thank you, Tyler. Got you. Okay, got it. What's going on, Jay Shear? Mr. Roberts, Tyler, Dixie, John, Giovanni. Okay, HBAR is down 5.07% on the day. Go down to the 4-hour time frame. Currently trading at 21.84. We lost 22, but we are holding our uptrend, which is good. Can we continue to hold that, or are we going to lose it and head down to 20? Those are our two options: hold and break, or lose and 20. Not financial advice. Midpoint would be 21. It's iffy. RSI got a bearish cross over the moving average. You got an unconfirmed red dot on market cipher, red dot on your momentum wave, signaling further downside. So it feels very 50-50 right now. SWE is down 4.8% on the day, currently trading at 344.90. Now this I can kind of get behind because this is what we're looking for. That little chap, that little sideways. I reckon if SWE is the leader here and it's going to show everything else what is going to happen, I think that we're going to see a breakout to the upside come Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's what I'm looking for. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, upside breakout. And that is literally only based on the idea that SWE, once upon a time, led the altcoin market, it seemed. And we've watched this pattern play out twice already, and this seems to be the third time's a charm. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm kind of excited because I can feel it in my giblets. With that, 342 should hold. If we do lose it, though, not the end of the world. I would say we're safe up to maybe 330, 331. And then after that, it would invalidate probably my concept. Tishu said, yo, BNB flips Tether market cap. What is going on? It's a BNB meme coin season. I think that they're absorbing Solana market share. I do. Mr. Robert said, hey, hell yeah, Giovanni, let's go. Primed and ready. Giovanni said, let's moon. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. You know, you guys want to know how ready I am? Today, I'm so excited to share this. I'm not even going to wait for the news segment. Today, I was SNEKified by the official, like, SNEK artist. And I'm pretty excited. It's beautiful. It's me. It's got my hat, my little logo on the hat, my SNEK energy belt, my pipe, sunglasses, the beautiful beard, the black shirt. That one's for Waterfly specifically. Pretty sick. Victor War is one of the main artists. There's a whole team apparently that participates in these though. So I'm pretty stoked. I was waiting for that. So anyways, sweet. We talked about Ondo down 5.49% on the day, currently trading at 90.97. We lost 95.35 again. Was not expecting really hold it. It was kind of a fake out above, so it is what it is. Tom Selkscoat said, oh hey, look, we went down again. So tired, yawn. That shirt looks extra smelly. Mr. Robert said that's cool as hell, JJ. I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. I had a little fangirl moment while I was at work. It was pretty sick. I was like, I like just checked my notifications on X, and then I was doing something else, and like 2 minutes went by, and I click on it again, and it says 15, and I was like, whoa, 15 notifications, and I click on it, and it showed you've been SNEKified, and I was like, let's go. It was so cool. Anyways, Ondo, if we don't hold 90, we really need to hold 90. If we don't hold 90, 87.6 is 100% in play. 84, if it gets really bad. I hope it doesn't, though, because that would be lower than this low. And this was supposed to be the bad time. So, alts need to start, in my opinion, showing purpose, showing reason. Tishu said, most everything went down today, but BNB up. I'm not shilling it. I'm impressed. It is impressive. It does beg the question of manipulation. I mean, it is a centralized chain. But I'm also not a holder, so I'm a little biased, a little butthurt. I can't really weigh in. It is impressive what they've done. I'm not going to discount it. Centralized or not, they don't claim to be anything otherwise. They are the godfather of meme coins, so it would make sense that all of the disgruntled meme coin holders from Solana go, oh, wait a minute, there's no pump fun over there to rug us. Let's go over there. That's where meme coins originated, and it's kind of like safe-ish. Let's go over there then. And that's, in my opinion, what's probably happening. Tishu said, yep, I read that already. Okay. So yeah, Ondo, worst case scenario, 87.5. We lose 87.5, it's going to get pretty spicy. Arrow, down 7.74% on the day. Arrow, I mean, that's what I would hope would be the last, the bottom right here. If we go below here, I guess right here, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't like it. Now, I like to treat this as like a head and shoulder or even an NW situation. I don't want to go below what I would call the neckline. Because if we do, then what is the point of this even having happened? Let's just go to 0 at that point. I want to see some strength here. We're very clearly getting a sell-off, which is weird and almost unjustified for altcoins. For Bitcoin, it makes sense. Altcoins, because Bitcoin's pulling back, like what? That doesn't make any sense. We're getting to the point where things are starting to make sense. RSI crossed bearish over the moving average and has since rejected twice. We do got a red dot on momentum wave signaling further downside. Are we resetting our oscillators maybe on these altcoins? Arrow has a little bit of an excuse. It, went a little bit crazy. So it's probably going to continue to cool off. We get this crazy spike and then cool off, cool off. I guess the bottom for me for Arrow would be this purple trend line. If it got really bad, I would look for a bounce probably around $1. Let's hold the dollar for Aerodrome. If it gets below $1, it's over. Sell it. Not financial advice. Pinlink is down 5.82% on the day. Whoa, look at that. May or may not have bottomed. If it loses 39.93, that will officially be the lowest since I think it launched, which is kind of crazy. That being said, the fractal kind of following to a T almost perfectly. Pretty interesting. We'll see if we get this chop. And then if we do, this lines up also perfectly with my sweet concept of Thursday, Friday, Saturday breakout to the upside. So let's see what happens. I'm liking the fractal so far. We are getting a potential bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI right here. Read that on the momentum wave did result in some oversold. So upside potential is there for sure. Fahid said, when moon? Hopefully soon, my friend. Hopefully soon. That Pulse Player said, LOL BTC 2% rate 19. Yeah, that'll happen. It's market cap, man. Tom Stocks Code said, bro, if Ergo goes to $1, I'm going to cry. Tyler said, so buy Pinlink. It might be a time. I see, if I do buy it, though, and it goes below 39, I'm probably going to sell all of it. Because I put money into it, and it went down. Does that make sense? It would be a knee-jerk reaction. I would be mad, and it would probably go ridiculously high after that. But I'm letting you know right now, if I do put money into this, and it breaks below 39.93, I'm going to be a little pissy little baby, and probably sell it all. Price prediction for Ray? Let's go see. Oh yeah, I still haven't fixed my freaking watch list thing. I don't know what's going on with that, dude. It's driving me crazy. Price prediction for Ray? I mean, I would want to hold this trend. You got a trend here. Kind of where you're at. Like right where you're at. Go below that, it's going to get a little spicy. That being said, I suppose you got a decent amount of volume here. 41, let's call it 40. Let's call it 40. Yeah, I would want to hold where you're at. If you lose that, then look for 40. Now, I have seen it where they do the fake out just to get your dumbass to open a short. So, be careful. Tom Soxcoat said JJ gonna sell the bottom. Exactly. That way later I can complain about it and be like, I hate Pinlink so much. I held on to it for 6 months, and then it got really bad, and I sold it, and then it went crazy. And then it'll stay at that crazy valuation just because I sold it. But I would be the martyr for Tyler. I would do that. Okay. Render's down 6.41% on the day, currently trading at 336.64. Lost 350, no surprise there. Getting a little dicey here. Render kind of looks like crap. If you can't hold this midpoint, it's not even really midpoint, honestly, but I'm gonna call it a midpoint, I guess. If you break below 330, you're probably going down to 315. RSI getting close to oversold. It's probably the closest one we've seen so far today. You do have a red dot on your momentum wave, signaling further downside, and you got a bearish cross over the moving average, which is what's potentially, I'm not going to say resulted in the dump, but didn't give a price prediction, JJ? Yes, I did. I gave you 2. Fahid said, would suck if this was the top. That would suck. That actually goes along with that stupid, what was it, Tumblr post or whatever, 4chan post that I shared yesterday. Billy said, yo, sorry I'm late. Hey, everyone, what's going on, Billy? Tyler said, like the damn stream. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Tuesday. Tom Selk-Scott said it's over, Fahid. See you in 3 years. See, what's nice is that it is over. Then we can just open a short. And for the next 365 days, we will make absolute bank. Probably more than we made during the bull market because we're all alt heavy. So, That's what they want you to do, though. They want you to open up the short thinking it's a forever short. You know, you go all in on a short position, and then they spike it up and you get liquidated, and then alt season happens, and the 4 or 5 people that held their bags make billions of dollars, and everybody else cries about how crappy the cryptocurrency market is. That's how it goes every single time, man. Stellar losing our little trading zone, which is 38.5. I meant like an all-time high prediction. I'm not going to give an all-time high prediction. I don't even know if it's going to go up. It's a flavor of the week coin. It got really good, and then it got really bad. It's got to go up in order for me to give an all-time high prediction. If it was going to go up, see, this is awful. This is a bad chart. This is not a good chart, in my opinion. It did all of this. It went crazy, and then it died. It went crazy over a longer period of time, and then it died. How long is it going to take to go crazy again? And I'm not saying it can't happen, but it does not look good. This looks like a bunch of people, either people with way too much Ray, selling like crazy, making a shit ton of money off the backs of these poor souls, or the people that bought here just gave up and sold here as well. Either way, it's not a good look. And this is just March, April, May. Like, this thing's nearing all-time low within just a couple months. And so is everything else. So I guess maybe I'm being a little dramatic. I'm probably being a little dramatic. What I don't want to see is this. See how this looks like really crunched up and small, like really teeny tiny price action movements, and it looks like a really shitty, boring time? I don't want that to happen here. So far, you got big moves, you got big volume. Volume looks great, actually. Back here, there was almost no volume. So the interest is still there. I think the issue is with the price this low, the interest can very quickly go away. And that seems to be happening. You see a downtrend on your volume and a downtrend on the price. If it gets low enough, that interest is going to turn into this, and it's going to be a shit show, boring piece of garbage. And you don't want that. All-time high prediction, if it ever recovers, I would look for 22, 23. You went to 18 here, and then you went to 22. So maybe add another 4. 26 if you're really trying to get spicy. Not financial advice, just pointing out a pattern. Stellar, if we don't hold 38.5, I would look for 36.5. I would love to hold a little bit higher than that, but there's a very obvious little pullback pattern here over and over again. You get rejection, rejection. It's going to keep doing that, I'm sure. And if you lose 36.5 and you lose whatever the heck this is, like 35, I guess, then you're probably going down to 32. Polkadot. Get rid of that really quick. Polkadot currently trading at 4.15. Mr. Roberts said, I've been tracking TMC for a bit and some great gains. It's a metals rare earth company. I looked up a bunch more today, and holy shit. Take a look at UUUU, AREC, IDR, NB. There's so many. He'd said it was a nice run, goat. Tom Stocksgood said it was fun. We laughed, we cried, we mostly cried. Mikey Odin said, thanks, JJ. Tyler said it's all over. Might be. It might be. Either way, we'll be here. So make sure you guys subscribe. I hope there's a bull market, because I would like to gain some subscribers before the bear market. Polkadot, 414. We lost 421 again. Now, that being said, we are kind of in a ascending... Even that's not even ascending, it's like a symmetrical broadening wedge almost. So are we gonna go? I suppose it would probably be just $4 at this point, and then from there we'll go up even higher. It definitely seems like there's a broadening wedge situation happening. We do have a red dot in the momentum wave signaling downside. You lost, or you crossed bearish over the moving average on the RSI, and are continuing downside as well. Let's see if we get to $4. If we do, look for a bounce. Bitcoin down 13.37% on the day. There is an uptrend here. Or maybe, I don't even know, can you call it an uptrend? You got like uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. I guess it's an uptrend. RSI is starting to curl over, which is interesting. because the price kind of isn't. It's more of an ascending broadening wedge, which can be bearish or bullish. I would love to see Fartcoin get above the midpoint here at 72.5. Currently, we're probably heading towards 61.94. We lose that, it's getting a little spicy. RSI confirmed red dot on market cipher, red dot on your momentum wave, and you lost your moving average on the RSI. So downside definitely in play. CAS is down 4.01% on the day, currently trading at 74.98. We lost 76.29. Bearish target 68. Slightly less bearish target 72. Let's get a bounce and let's get some reactions here. CAS kind of blows ass right now. They should change the name to ass. Avalanche is down 8.69% on the day, currently trading at 27.95. Lost 29.51. Getting a little spicy here. 29.51 should have been good support. Bitcoin dragging everything down. 27.33 should hold. If not, then 25 is in play, and that will be a lower low, which will signal a downtrend. Which I suppose we've been in an uptrend, so maybe our problem is recency bias. It feels like we're going down because we went down and down, but we're not remembering that we just went up like crazy like that. So I hate to be that guy, but it is what it is. Chainlink down 6.42% on the day, currently trading at 21.87. We should hold 21.67. Unfortunately, oh man, the fractal is pointing towards some pretty hefty downside here, going down to 15. So if that happens, then it's going to get pretty spicy. But let's see if 21.67 holds. If we lose that, then 20 should be in play. Ladies and gentlemen, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so get your guesses ready. Let me get down to the 1 minute time frame. Zoom in here. Volume looks interesting on the 1 minute. All right. Oh, I forgot to open the freaking thing. Every time, man. Drives me crazy. Let me go back here. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. 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 Hey, it worked. Okay. 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally while I adjust this like an idiot after the show's already started. Oh, Fahid said, yeah, there's a bucket of tears that have yet to dispose, goat. Too much crying this year. Tishu said, not gonna lie, I'm more excited about stuff I ordered from Amazon than crypto right now. Good Prime Day deals. Oh, I forgot about Prime Day. Dang it. Fahid said, like the stream and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to stick around for the daily close contest. Tom Salkscope. Okay, you guys are coming in with guesses right out the gate. I feel like I was gonna do something else, but I don't remember. We got Tyler give early guess of 121,735.24. We got Tom Selleck-Scote coming in with 121, 150. We got Jay Shear 2.0 coming in with 121, 369. We got Fahid coming in with 121 even. We got Flight Fan said, hey guys, can I get some insight on Cookie DAO? I heard since the previous 4-hour close green. Earlier. That's our bottom. Delbu agree. David Betts coming in with 123000. He said Prime Day is not over. You have until tomorrow. Yeah, but I feel like I've lost some time already now. Tom Sockscott said tomorrow is Prime Day also. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look. I feel like I was going to do something else. What was I going to do? I don't remember. I will say, I have genuinely butchered my trading portfolio this week. I don't know how. I don't know what I've done. I need help. Please send help. Bitcoin currently trading at 121,386 and 1 penny. I think I'm trying to trade when I shouldn't. I think it's the biggest deal. Tyler trying to put a change in. We got Mr. Robbers, 121, 271.06. Tyler said change, please. 121, 410 even. Where does that put you? 410 even. Okay. I'll change it for you. Giovanni said Discord. What's in the Discord? Oh, we got a Giovanni Fontes guess in the Discord. 121, 250. Tishu said I ordered an 88 hour. I ordered. That's a really confusing word. It looks like dildo. I ordered an 8-bit do mobile gaming controller for $22. Sick. I'm glad I could read that word for you. Okay. Oh, you guys got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining on the clock. We got David Bet said always a positive in crypto, even if it dumps. LOL. Giovanni said Discord. Top Alex Code said jerk your meat. Tishu said I ordered an 8 dildos. Debuta Beats. $121, 600.50. My guess, never go in, no matter what I do. I got you now. You did say hey, JJ, as well. Yeah, whatever you did there with your and, a, and the word with, that worked. Went through. Tishu said item is B0DK36N98Q. Put it on search if interested. You don't know 8-bit do? Shame on you. Is this supposed to rhyme? No, I don't know 8-bit do. I put all my money into this stupid PC that dies every 2 seconds. You guys got 25 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Bitcoin currently trading at 121,474 and 62 cents. What's it going to be? Who's going to win? John coming in. 10 seconds remaining. I'll get you as soon as the time is up, John. I just want to make sure that I don't miss the time's up. Q, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get John in there. With a 121, 389.67. Appreciate you, John. All right. Sort by score. Tishu said, you're a gamer. You should know. I'm actually not a gamer. I wish I was. I would love to be a gamer. I think my biggest problem is my brain like tries to justify the gaming and then I end up doing nothing. Like a loser. 123000. I have to like convince myself that I should play a game and that it's fun and enjoyable. And then my brain is like, well, what about money? You should be making money. You should be doing something productive. If you're not going to be making money, like learn something. And I'm like, okay. And you know what I end up learning? How to doom scroll YouTube. I do nothing educational. 121, 410 from Tyler. It's the dumbest shit I've ever had to experience in my entire life. My fiance like makes fun of me because I can't sit down and enjoy a game. She's like, why can't you just play a game? I'm like, I don't know if there's something wrong with me. Yeah, I stream some games, but I have to like force myself mentally to play the game. 121, 369. I've actually gotten back into Assassin's Creed, which is good because I thoroughly enjoy that game and it like rebirthed my love for gaming without having to do some weird like mental gymnastics to convince myself to play. 121, 271.06. 121, 250 from Giovanni Fontes. So it's scoped. Fahid, are you aware that you won yesterday? 121, 150? Because you weren't here after I announced it. And Fahid, 121 even. It was crazy, actually. Like, we were not expecting that. It was actually insane. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin currently trading at 121, 369 and 87 cents. A lot of wicks, a lot of dumps, a lot of red candles. A lot of volume, actually. We got 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining on the clock. Shear 2.0 just barely not winning. Mr. Robbers in the lead, 121, 271. Pretty decent sized gap he's got there as well. Giovanni Fontes following closely behind. And then Tom Selleck-Scott, of course, the biggest gap besides Tyler. Tom Selleck-Scott's very well known for his cavernous gap. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Check the chat. David Betts said the dump to me was obvious, so staying in real-world crypto stocks is the way. Tishu said you're a gamer, you should know. Shake my head, lol. I remember you streaming some games. Tyler said, please, I need a win. Get in my big gap. Tishu said, so you play games, but you're not a gamer? Explain, human. I feel like a gamer, like, lives and breathes gaming. I enjoy games. I would like to consider myself a gamer, but I feel like it's cheating. Does that make sense? Like, if I buy a boat, that doesn't mean I'm a boat guy. I just own a boat. You know what I mean? Tyler said, please get in my big gap. I think I read that already. Nope, that's a new one. David Betts said, Ninja Gaiden 4 coming soon. Very cool. Tyler's big gap potentially getting filled with just 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining on the clock. John Tujo currently in the lead with a guess of 121.389 and 67 cents. What's it going to be? Little Dumperoonie, Shear 2.0 still taking it with a very small gap as well, which makes it twice as impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, 60 seconds remain on the clock. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. A very spicy daily close indeed. Shall I zoom in, or are we going to spike off the page? Shear 2.0 holding his lead with a very, very small gap. Literally a $20.67 gap. Bitcoin just falling out of it. Mr. Robbers now taking the lead. 121.359 and 48 cents. Mr. Robbers guess 121.271 and 6 cents. 31 seconds remaining on the clock. Shear 2.0 hanging on for dear life. Currently, his guess is void, but the price can change in a matter of a millisecond. Even technically, after what we think the countdown is, the price can change in the candle. It takes a millisecond or two to update. 10 seconds remain. 121.359.47. Mr. Roberts still holding the lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. No surprise here. Mr. Roberts taking the daily close win. Bitcoin daily close price 121.332.95. I repeat, 121.332.95. 121.332.95. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Mr. Roberts coming in with 121.271.06. Congratulations, my friend. We go up to the 4-hour time frame now. Bitcoin getting a little pumpy after that close. Very cool. Congratulations, Bitcoin. My question to you is, never go up or no? 121.375.54 current price. Mr. Roberts taking the win, which puts him just below Shear 2.0 with 13 wins. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. I see no bananas in the chat. Let's see, Mr. Roberts. Yay! Very cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me add Mr. Roberts to the winner's Google Doc. Mr. Roberts, also Canadian. It has been a Canadian week. Fahid won yesterday. Mr. Roberts winning today. Canadians are taking over. Coming back with a vengeance. The Canadians have awoken. They usually wait until the colder months to reappear. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? Today's daily close contest prize is a very expensive one. The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 121, 271, and 6 cents, and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 121, 332, and 95 cents. Mr. Roberts' prize is a log of boar's head bologna. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Feel free to slice this bad boy up and divvy it amongst your friends, your family, your relatives, probably all of your coworkers, probably a good chunk of your neighbors, even literally anyone that you can think of, and you probably still have half of this thing left over. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. I do like me some deli bologna. There's nothing quite like it. We got some banana spam. Thank you guys. Tom Selleck's Goat, Spam and Goats. Mr. Robert said, thank you, gents. It's been a minute. I'm creeping up on you, Jay. Jay Shear said, LMAO, facts. The Canadians cometh. Tyler said, I got stupid work. I'll be in and out. All right. We got to plan another event. I feel like it's been a while. Like we did the 8-hour stream or whatever it was for the 1,000 subscriber special, and that was fun, but we got to do something else. All right, where were we? Bitcoin turning a little bit green here, 121, 469 and 41 cents. Are we going to liquidate some shorts now? I will say, I think yesterday we read somebody talking about flushing liquidity. It might have been Stock Money Lizards, and that's exactly what seems to be happening here. There was a lot of late shorts, or I'm sorry, a lot of late longs that definitely got eaten up in this big, fat, violent candle. They lost their old all-time high. This green candle, they probably doubled down, and then bam, max pain liquidations. You know what we didn't do today? We did not refresh our liquidation heat map, so let's go do that. Tom Sauce Coat said, JJ loves bologna in his mouth. I do love bologna. Tyler said, 12-hour stream tomorrow. Let's get it. I can't do tomorrow. There's no way. I got to work the fiat mines just the same as you, Tyler. My hours just don't suck. 120, 538. 120, 538. In the bottom of that cloud, we got itchy eyeball, 118, 533. Isn't it funny how quick, like we broke all-time high and we pulled back a little bit, and now all of a sudden it's bearish again. Bitcoin's literally sitting at 121K and we're bearish. 122, 443. And then up on the house top, click, click, click. Ooh, fried bologna, dude. I love fried bologna. Holy cow. I guess I'll go right here. 124, 348. Okay. All right, sick. The bologna is our little window, little liquidation window with a little chunk of room up top and down below. Where were we on our charts? I think we just did Chainlink, Doge, a little bit dumpy yesterday. It seems like we got a little fake out above our yellowish, orangish, what is this? Trend line, I guess, at 26.5. And we lost 25. We're currently sitting at 24,797. Let's see if we go all the way down to 24,130, or if this is a ascending, broadening wedge. I don't know. It's anyone's guess at the moment. Now keep in mind, it always and it seems like such a stereotypical thing that it's always darkest before the dawn. We dump religiously before the pump every single time. Look at this. It was doing great, and then it looked like crap. Everyone's losing faith. They're all probably opening shorts and selling their bags, and then bam. Up here is high. Up here, or down here is low. This is the darkest before the dawn. Same with right here. Looks like crap. Everyone's losing faith, opening shorts, bam. Every single time. So the dump is never a bad thing. This right here, oh my gosh, it's over. Game over. Open up shorts, explosion. Every single time like clockwork. And it works on smaller time frames as well. So Doge 24.13 should hold as support if we even get that low. 24.5 should be our little midpoint. Said only thunder when it's raining. Yeah, that's true. That's a good song. Near actually didn't go down that bad. Lost 299.6, lost $3, actually rejected 308, and got a little wick right there. And now it looks like we're kind of trying to come back up for that 299. We are sitting below 50 on the RSI. We did lose our moving average. Red dot on the momentum wave still in play. Unconfirmed red dots on market cipher. 2, 3 of them technically. This one's real small though. Volume could be a little bit better. It's not too bad though. It's better than it was back here, so I guess I'm not really warranting any complaining. Let's see, we got spike, pullback, spike, pullback, spike, pullback. We're like mid spike right now, but it also kind of looks like it's curling over. Is it going to do one of those? Maybe. I don't know. Did I just make that up? Yes, I did. Is that what technical analysis is? I think so. JShoot 2.0 said, players only love you when you're playing. I said prayers. I thought we were going to pray for the altcoins. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, after the news, check out those mineral stocks if you want. They're unreal. Even the EFT remix is ridiculous. They're not there. Can you give me the list again? I might be able to scroll and find it, but let me see. I am on live chat as well. Mr. Roberts way earlier. Okay, I got it. You don't need to give it to me again. Okay. All right. We talked about Near. Pengu. Same situation. What's nice about Pengu is we're seemingly holding above 3. If we do lose that though, 29.98, maybe hold. Otherwise, our midpoint, we're looking for 28 down here for a little midpoint bounce. But we do seem to have held above 29 ever since we got above it. So we'll see what plays out. Silver, continuing its historic run, up 0.43 since the daily close. 47.97. It has not breached 50 yet, but it got pretty dang close. DXY, getting a little plumpy here, which is interesting. Kind of got a little inverse head and shoulder situation going on here, too. You can pick whatever you want to be the shoulder. It definitely has that vibe, though. You got neckline, and it is struggling to get above it. So we'll see if it continues to the upside. It is technically overbought on the 4-hour, so we'll see if that becomes relevant or not. MicroStrategy down. Whoa, 8.7% on the day. What in the world, Michael? What is going on? 330.29. This is actually where I was relying on that bottom, was 330. And we've been lingering here, man, for so long to the point where I've lost faith in the waste management fractal, which makes me sad. Can we get a consistent curl up and a $500 hit? That's all that I'm looking for. Outside of that, though, pullbacks are healthy. It was a little meteoric. It was overbought in the 4-hour, so taking a breather. We got 2 confirmed red dots on market cipher, red dot on the momentum wave. To be expected. NASDAQ also getting a little pullback, down 0.5 on the day. And S&P, a little pullback as well, down 0.38 on the day. Would not be surprised if we touch 67, 66.90, and then continue up from there. Bitcoin dominance 58.97, hopefully rejecting right now as we speak 59. And Bitcoin 121.508 and 6 cents. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Enjoy your gigantic log of baloney. Boar's head baloney, to be specific. Congratulations once again. Black Fan said, anyone know what happened to this whole full moon shit that was supposed to shoot us to the moon? I thought the full moon was bearish. I've seen mixed things. Let's actually ask Grok, because I genuinely don't know what's what. With trading, stocks, and crypto, and astrology, is the full moon supposed to be bullish or bearish? And the new moon, bullish or bearish? Because I get this confused all the time. People bring it up. I never know what I'm talking about. So I just Google it. Cheers, guys. Happy Tuesday. Let's see. Here come the survey results. We asked America. We asked 100 different individuals if the full moon was bullish or bearish. Why is it taking so long? Hello? Oh my gosh, thank you. New moon is bullish. Full moon, that's what I thought. Okay, so full moon is bearish. So think of moon, you're mooning somebody with your butt. You also take a dump with your butt. Dump equals bad. Price go down. Full moon, bearish. There you go. That makes it easy. So yeah, full moon, bearish. When is the nearest full moon or new moon? Gosh, it's gonna take forever. I'm just gonna look it up over here. What comes next? Full moon or new moon? Moon phases. We got new moon comes next if the current phase is full. Well, yeah, no shit. Can you just tell me? Moon phases 2025 lunar calendar. All right, October 13th we get third quarter. October 6th is a full moon. Whoa. Yesterday was a full moon. New moon comes October 21st, which is in approximately 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Grok, for taking literally forever. Jeez. Tom Selleck Scout said, holy shit, JJ, my butt takes a dump, hence full moon bearish. Goddamn 200 IQ. You're welcome. I try to stay humble, though, so please keep it down. Okay. News articles. We've got me SNEKified, which is pretty freaking sick. I'm very proud of that. Cool stuff. You can only be a maxi for so long before they SNEKify you. Tavern Studios public beta is live. I'm going to be playing that probably on the channel. I'm also going to interview Luca again about it after I play it, for sure. BNB flipped XRP, becoming the third largest cryptocurrency in the world by market value. Let's see if it's stuck. I'm curious. It did. Whoa. Whoa, it flipped Tether too. Whoa, what? I forgot Tishu said that earlier, but I'm going to act like I just heard it for the first time just now. What? XRP losing rank. Interesting. $171 billion market cap, followed by Tether with 177 and BNB with 182. Whoa, it is up 30% in the last 7 days. Meanwhile, everything else is up the last 7 days. What a crazy time to be alive. The ultimate question is BNB going to flip Ethereum? That would be insane. Nobody expected BNB. There was like a good chunk of the population that was XRP maxis. They expected XRP. People were talking about Solana. Cardano was last bull market. I'm sure that there's a whole Tron chunk of individuals like living in a cave somewhere that love Tron and they think Tron's going to do it. If BNB flips ETH, that would be crazy. Absolutely insane. Just look at the difference in the chart. Everything's curling down right now. BNB's like, nope, straight up. That's crazy. What a crazy chart. Our altcoin season index is at 56 and fear and greed is at 62. Kind of looks like doo-doo. Average crypto RSI is at 43.26. Technically oversold. I don't buy it, but it is what it is. Let's continue. World's largest custodian bank, BNY Mellon, is exploring allowing tokenized deposits and blockchain payments. Hell yeah. Flight Van said, so basically the new moon lands right when the Fed lowers rates. What a coincidence. Exactly. Tom Selleck Scout said nothing is going to flip ETH. Never say never. I genuinely, I believe ETH can be flipped. I really do. Bitcoin? Probably not. ETH? For sure. Tron is Turd Ferguson. Almost out of top 10. Be careful. Because I think Tron just flipped ADA. And ADA's struggling a little bit. And I'm going to be butthurt if ADA loses the top 10 again. Ridiculous. We shouldn't allow stablecoins in the top 10 anyways. Get them out of here. Cheers again, guys. Just have fun said, yo, gold. Yes, sir. S&P launches new crypto index consisting of 15 cryptocurrencies and 35 crypto-related stocks. Very cool. Let's actually look that up. S&P Crypto Index. What is the S&P Crypto Index? Do they have a list? Can we get a list? It doesn't say. Nothing? I'm not allowed to know. Should I ask Grok again? Jeez. All right. What are the 15 cryptocurrencies in the S&P Crypto Index that was announced today? All right, let's see if Grok knows. Next, we got billionaire Paul Tudor says Bitcoin is digital gold. Peter Schiff is literally taking a shift in his pants right now. He's freaking out. Senator Cynthia Loomis. I love this lady. She literally just says the most bullish thing all the time. It's freaking hilarious. Senator Cynthia Loomis says purchases for a strategic Bitcoin reserve could start anytime. She just randomly says, like, she just... anytime there's, like, the sun comes out, she's like, says some outlandishly bullish thing about Bitcoin. It's pretty awesome. You gotta love it. She's like the Michael Saylor of the U.S. government. $160 million worth of crypto longs liquidated in the past 60 minutes. Freaking crazy. Just in, New York Stock Exchange owner Intercontinental Exchange invests $2 billion in Polymarket, the largest private round in crypto history. Crazy stuff. Binance founder CZ says it's BNB meme season. He is quoted saying from his tweet, BNB meme season. I didn't expect this at all, and people keep asking me to predict the future. Keep building. I will say, whenever this man speaks, usually what he says ends up happening. So it's, I don't want to say it's sus, but he kind of seems to know what the hell's going on. Tyler said, Mr. Rob, can you send a $100 super chat of I'm JJ and I'm gay for all the characters? Giovanni said, can't wait for the bear to buy that ETF. What ETF? Did I miss something? Oh, whatever this is going to be. Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised there's no BNB ETF. Marty Party posted some spiel about BNB being a scam and U.S. regulators not doing anything about it. I thought that was kind of ironic and funny. You can't just cherry pick what's a scam and what's not. But I understand his whole shtick is them manipulating the market and whatever. So we got another JP Morgan CEO, Jamie Dimon, says, are you ready? U.S. government shutdown will not hurt financial markets. I love that he waited until several days after the government shutdown and clearly financial markets doing great. And he goes, look, just being over dramatic, government shuts down right here. And he's like, he waits, and then he goes,
I hope the SNEK feed avatar recognition leads to some more subscribers to the channel. There's a good community here and you deserve kudos for bringing it together. Also dick and balls.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roberts, for the $10 super chat. And I think it's done. I think it's done quite well for me, actually. So I appreciate it. Thank you. But Jamie Dimon, you know, government shuts down way the hell back here, and he waits until it gets out, and he's like, I bet you that it's not gonna affect money markets. No shit, Jamie Dimon. Like, is he that out of touch? Obviously, I'm exaggerating with the actual date, but that's freaking hilarious. And maybe he does it on purpose. I'm sure that they all just stand around laughing at how much money they have and how much money they take from other people, but I thought it was funny. Tyler said, wait, I didn't know you could say dick and balls. All right. Next, we got SEC plans to formalize innovation exemption for crypto companies by the end of this year. Hell yeah. Marty Party posted ICE's massive bet on prediction markets. ICE stands for Intercontinental Exchange, by the way. In one of the biggest crypto fintech deals of the year, Intercontinental Exchange, the powerhouse behind the New York Stock Exchange, just announced a $2 billion strategic investment in Polymarket, the decentralized prediction market. This pegs Polymarket at a $9 billion post-money valuation, pre-money around $7 to $8 billion, per various reports, capitulating from a niche player to a legit contender in mainstream finance. ICE isn't just writing a check, and it's a strategic play up to $2 billion blending cash with collaboration. They'll distribute Polymarket's real-time sentiment data, crowdsource probabilities on market-moving events to their institutional clients, and the two will team up on tokenization projects to bridge TradFi and DeFi. That's pretty sick.
JJ likes stick and balls. JJ likes stick.
Oh. it cut off the rest. Oh, that's great. Dang. You didn't get your last three letters, 3 words. That's pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Okay, Tyler said, "Oh, that just changed the game." Mr. Roberts said, "Tyler, I was curious enough to pay $10 to see if it would say it. LOL." I think the thing that narrates can kind of say whatever. I can block certain things, but as long as you're not saying like something derogatory, I think it's fine. And dick and balls are not derogatory, so I think we're safe. Okay. Yeah, I think the Polymarket investment is actually a huge deal. That's a big like game changer for the market for sure. The US dollar's reserve currency dominance is declining. We know that, but here's a chart to illustrate it. Since 2000, this percentage has declined by 16 points. Big deal. Gold officially crossing above $4,000 per ounce for the first time in history. Gold is now worth $27 trillion. Whoa. When everything is at all-time highs, you need to ask yourself something. What has changed? Safe havens, risky assets, real estate, crypto, global bond yields, and everything in between is hitting daily record highs, except for altcoins. The denominator for most assets, in this case, the US dollar, is what has changed. The US dollar is on track for its worst year in 40 plus years, down 10% year to date. Not only is the numerator going up intrinsic value of assets, but the denominator is going down US dollar. Confidence in fiat currencies is at multi-decade lows, position accordingly. I genuinely, truly believe, especially with the stablecoins getting ready to like go crazy, it feels like we're heading towards a situation where there's just all kinds of currencies that people use all the time. It seems very Blade Runner. It seems like we're heading towards Blade Runner, like cyberpunk situation, where there's just a bunch of different ways that people pay for things. And it's all going to be maybe different countries, maybe different assets, maybe different cryptos. It's going to be like a mix of everything. And it's kind of going to be a mess, I'm sure. And the ones that are going to come out on top are the ones who help facilitate that to make it less messy, like an aggregate. Tyler said, "Note can't do the ampersand." Ampersand is like one of my favorite symbols. It saves so much space instead of writing out the word "and." Mr. Barber said, "I certainly did not mean it as derogatory. I'm just a man-child, and junk is eternally funny. I think farts take the cake ultimately." My fiance always gets mad at me because I point out whenever something looks like a dick, which is like all the time. She's like, "Are you just thinking about that all the time?" I'm like, "No, there's just things everywhere that are shaped like dicks." I'm not gonna not point it out. That looks like a penis. That's funny. I can't help it. Anyways, Bitcoin 121,707.05. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Enjoy your baloney log. Next, are we in a currency confidence crisis? Today, gold futures officially hit a record $4,000 per ounce, now up 100% in 19 months. The last time gold doubled in under 2 years was in 1970 after the historic Nixon shock. What's happening? Let us explain. A thread. Feel free to check out the thread. I'm not going to click on it, but number go up. Next, we got crypto funds saw a record $5.95 billion in net inflows last week. This surpassed the previous record of over $1 billion. Investors poured the most capital into Bitcoin fund and are at $3.55 billion, followed by $1.48 billion into Ethereum funds. Year to date, Ethereum has now seen a record $13.7 billion in inflows, nearly triple last year's total. Solana and XRP also posted record inflows last week at $706.5 million and $219.4 million, respectively. Investors' demand for crypto has never been stronger. I think it's kind of hilarious that they left out BNB, because clearly BNB is outperforming all of those that they just named, but sure, let's just forget about it. Next, we got cracks in the luxury housing market are widening. U.S. luxury home sales fell 0.7% year over year in August to 57,258, the lowest August level in Redfin's data going back to 2013. Over the last 4 years, luxury home sales have dropped by 37,359, or 40%. Sales were weak despite the number of luxury home listings jumping plus 9.5% year over year, reaching the highest level for August since 2020. Additionally, the share of luxury homes going under contract within 2 weeks fell 1.9% points year over year to 28.3%, the lowest reading for the month in 5 years. Meanwhile, luxury home sale prices rose 3.9% year over year to a median of 1.25 million, marking a record for August. Demand for luxury homes is falling. Nobody wants to live in those gaudy, poorly built, cookie cutter pieces of crap. I'm sorry. If I have FU money, I'm building myself like a beautiful log cabin or something. I'm not going to buy some cookie cutter junk that like some underqualified team put together that could have fallen over if they didn't get it like plywooded fast enough. Cointelegraph posted, could Solana outperform Ethereum if ETFs get approved? Analysts say ETF approval could be a game changer, but only if Solana maintains strong on-chain activity and liquidity. Hello? Doesn't Solana have the strongest on-chain liquidity and activity? I'm pretty sure it does. Will that change with the ETF? That'd be kind of crazy, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Dubai's crypto regulator fined 19 unlicensed firms up to $163,000 each for operating and marketing without approval. I just want to point out, a crypto firm, licensed or otherwise, $163K for them is probably nothing. That's probably like how much they give as a bonus out for like Christmas. North Korea hackers stole over $2 billion in crypto in 2025, marking a record year and bringing their total theft to more than $6 billion. That's insane. Make sure you guys keep your shit safe. Diversify if you have to. Make multiple wallets. It seems like a pain in the butt, but it'll be worth it in the long run when you don't lose all of your money. It just be extra cautious, extra careful, especially if you're doing self-custody. Over $438 million in longs were liquidated in the past 24 hours as total crypto wipeouts hit $619 million. That is the post all-time high volatility hitting. They got to deleverage before they send us higher. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Enjoy your baloney log. Elon Musk's SpaceX reportedly holds $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Absolute legend. XRP retail sentiment has turned deeply bearish, reaching its highest FUD levels in 6 months and signaling a potential price rebound. Okay, maybe I won't short it. Maybe shorting it is a dumb idea. XRP's community showing growing impatience, with similar FUD being a good sign of a potential breakout. September 17th, 321. What does 321 mean? 3.21 bullish versus bearish ratio. Crowd overly euphoric, reliable top signal. October 4th, 0.74 bullish versus bearish ratio. Crowd overly fearful, reliable buy signal. October 6th, 0.86 bullish versus bearish ratio. Crowd overly fearful, reliable buy signal. Okay, very nice. So there you go. Not financial advice. I do like that though, sentiment. We might have to look into sentiment a little more. Alert, over $2.5 billion in short liquidations could be triggered if Bitcoin breaks over 125K, which would be pretty easy, I think, because it was pretty easy this first time around. 5 major crypto scams are spreading in 2025, including advanced phishing, rug pulls, impersonations, AI deepfakes, and fake support schemes. Make sure you guys are careful. I know this is a little redundant, but you can never be too safe. I'd rather be redundant and annoying about it than, anyone lose money to a scam. Stock Money Lizards posted, Bitcoin, here we go with the shakeouts to both sides. New all-time high equals always up and down liquidity. This flush should end soon. 118 to 119 max, then higher. We got to 126. So he's calling for 118, 119, then higher. Okay. Yeah, that is the breakout pullback and then continuation. And that pullback can usually result in a fake out below the support line. I like it. This is what we read. He said all-time high clearly broken today. Bitcoin is not thinking about succumbing to bear market fantasies posted on X these past weeks. Blue arrows. Bitcoin usually touches new old all-time highs several times until all sell orders are gone. Expect some intraday over-leveraged long short shakeouts, then higher. And that was yesterday. So there you go. We got a this looks like Shia LaBeouf. I'm pretty sure I've seen a picture of Shia LaBeouf that looks just like this. It says, this is from Bitcoin Breakout. Stack your Bitcoin and act broke. No matter how much money you make, act fucking broke. This is probably the best advice I've ever seen on the internet. Brilliant. We got breaking October rate cuts are confirmed. Bitcoin will go to 150K. ETH will go to 10K. Altcoins next in line. Biggest alt season ever is coming. I hope so. Altcoins are about to go fully parabolic. You have been warned. And this is our last post in the news segment. 2017 top, double bottom, 2021 top, cup and handle, 2025 top. We're looking at estimated 3.5 to 4 trillion. Let's see what happens. It's gonna get spicy. Spicy meatball. Okay. Bitcoin turning red here, as to be expected. Let's see. We got portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is currently down $48. J Shear 2.0 said, "Peace out, family. Take it easy, J Shear 2.0. Appreciate you. Happy Tuesday." We have 3 assets in the green. The rest are in the red, starting from the bottom. Fetch is down $27. Shib is down, what is that? $22. Aptos is down $13. Proppy's down 9, Ondo's down 9, Render's down 8, Near is down 2, Doge is up 2, Ada's up 6, and Sol is up 31. Looking good. Not bad, actually, not bad. Memecoin portfolio next. We got, we are down $102 right now, which is actually pretty spicy. We have 2 assets in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, GigaChat is down $12, SNEK is down $11. I'm sorry, GigaChat is down $112. SNEK is down $21. Pepe is down 2. Doge is up 10, and WIF is up 21. God, I really butchered that math that time, didn't I? Then we got the narrative portfolio, my favorite, and the most stable portfolio. Was once upon a time the best performer, but is now being outperformed by the perfect entry portfolio. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 gaming coin, and 1 real-world asset coin, and it is absolutely killing it. Currently in profit still, $42.75. During the last dip, it did not go negative. It has been in profit consistently for at least a month now. It's been doing pretty good. We got 2 assets in the red here. VeChain is down $18. Yeah. And Fetch is down $6. Tau is up 13. Mana's up 16. And Pepe is up 35. And then we got our perfect entry portfolio, which you guys voted on. The community voted on every single coin in here. We added only when the market sentiment was awful. Everyone thought that the bull market was over. The bear market was coming. Bitcoin had topped. And we were going to 0. That is when we added. And we added 1 coin at a time. And you guys voted on each and every one. We only got 3 assets in the red right now. Avalanche is down $19. Render is down $18. The Graph is down $10. Pith is up 1. Ondo's up 1. Swee's up 12. ETH is up 14. Sol is up 22. Crow is up 26. And Chainlink's still up a whopping 45. Looking pretty good. Waterfly said, "Can you start over? I just got here." Yes, I can. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. That's it for the portfolios. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the perfect entry portfolio's performance. Let's see, 1K to 10K Grok portfolio. What did I want to tell you, Waterfly? I feel like I had really exciting news for you. I've been snagified. That's one. That's exciting. SNEK has illustrated one of my selfies, and it is my profile picture on X. I'm very excited. Check it out. That's me. That's pretty sick. I don't think that that's what I wanted to tell you, though. What did I want to tell you? I don't remember. Mr. Roberts said, "Hey, there's a Waters. Hello, sir." What if I said, "Congrats, mister"? I Can't remember what I wanted to tell you. It's gonna bug me now. All right, let's see what Grok said. S&P. Okay, here's the 15. We've got. Is it just the top 15 cryptocurrencies? There's no way. Here are the 15 cryptocurrencies. We got Bitcoin, ETH, BNB, Tether, XRP, Sol, USDC, Doge, Tron, Cardano, Hype, Chainlink, ENA. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Athena's stablecoin, USD stablecoin, Sui, and Stellar. Why would they hold stablecoins? The index is set to launch by the end of 2025 and will be tokenizable via Denari's D-Shares platform for on-chain access. Note that constituent lists can evolve based on ongoing rebalancing, so check official S&P resources for the most current details. Interesting. Okay. Waterfly said, congrats, JJ. Thank you, Waterfly. Tom Sockscout said, you wanted to tell him that you like dick and balls? No, that's not true. I enjoy finding things out in the wild that are shaped like dicks. That brings me immense pleasure. Okay, delicious. Delicious. Okay, let's read the rest of this. The S&P Dow Jones Indices announced the launch of the S&P 500, or the S&P Digital Markets 50 Index on October 7th, 2025, which combines 15 cryptocurrencies selected from the constituents of existing S&P cryptocurrency Broad Digital Market Index. Can they make it less wordy? I feel like I just read the dictionary. With 35 publicly traded crypto-linked equities, the specific list of the 15 cryptocurrencies was not explicitly detailed in the announcement, but based on the index's rules-based selection criteria, focused on liquidity, minimum market cap of 300 million, and representation from the Broad Digital Market Index's universe of over 300 digital assets. They correspond to the largest eligible cryptocurrencies by market cap as of October 2025. Okay, so top 15 just makes sense. What a mess. That's cool though. The other thing I suppose for Waterfly would be the Polymarket thing. The Polymarket thing is huge news. The question is, where the heck is the Polymarket thing? Did I pass it already? Is it right here? New York Stock Exchange owner Intercontinental Exchange invests $2 billion in Polymarket, the largest private round in crypto history. So basically, the New York Stock Exchange is throwing a butt ton of money at Polymarket, which is pretty cool. I wonder if that's what, like, because wasn't Polygon doing really good? Well, I don't even know what to search anymore. Pol? It's Pol, that's right. Legit. That took me that long to figure out what the name is again. Okay, so that must have been maybe influenced by... No, that doesn't make any sense. Because the timing doesn't work out. You got a big fat red candle right there. Does Polymarket have anything to do with Polygon? I'm curious. I saw that this morning. I'm surprised SEC allowed that. Oh, the SEC, they also have their... It's probably going to fall under this. Where is it? Right here. SEC plans to formalize innovation exemption for crypto companies by the end of this year. That's probably what they allowed. Or well, that's probably why that got announced. They're like, oh, well, okay, we're gonna announce this thing that lets us kind of retcon any kind of rules for anything. Just so you guys can't come back and be like, well, how come you allowed this to happen? So that's probably what that was. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Enjoy your big bologna log. What do you guys think? We're going to get some green right now? Kind of feels like it. Bitcoin 121,816 and 40 cents. Interesting. So we did touch... Well, actually, we didn't. We did not go all the way down to 120. the fractal played out pretty well. I'm actually quite proud of this. It's a short, the small fractals seem to work out better, and it's probably because there's a lot less stuff that it has to follow. A lot more simple. Obviously, this fractal is just showing that the price went up and the price happened to go up at the same time. So I'd be willing to look past this one and say maybe it was just luck. But the other fractals, I am a genius because of those ones. The AS fractal on the S&P 500, borderline like savant, for sure. Math is not my strong suit, but fractals, you better watch out. HBAR, interestingly enough, has this repeating pattern. We got a little spike down, spike up, spike down, spike up, and it's making like a shark tooth kind of situation. Is it going to go a little bit higher this next time? Probably. And then do one of those. I could see that. When is that pattern going to break? And also, what's also interesting about it is your RSI has also got that similar uptrend, almost exactly matching the price. Tom Solid Scout said crime season. I mean, I think there's a difference between the two administrations. And I don't lean one way or the other. I'm not a politician guy. I don't like any politicians. I think that they're all slime balls. But I think the previous administration did a lot of things that were shady behind closed doors. A lot of things that were maybe frowned upon or could be seen as immoral. And the current administration does it to your face. I would rather the one do it to my face than the one that hides it. Because the one that hides it is probably doing a lot more that we don't know about. The one that does it to your face, they're pretty straightforward. They're like, listen, we're gonna like allow this crypto thing. And also we're gonna launch a bunch of other crypto things of our own. So deal with it. And we're taking stake in all these other companies. Whereas the other ones are like, well, we're sending a bunch of money to all of these places around the planet. Everywhere. And it just so happens to be all of our friends receiving this money. They're in charge of receiving this money and divvying it up amongst themselves. I mean, the places where they're supposed to go. They're definitely not pocketing the money. And you're like, who said anything about pocketing it? And they're like, I don't know, but if you were wondering, they're not. They're not pocketing the money and sending it back to us at all. That's not what's happening. And you're like, okay, I didn't say that, but okay. Does that make sense? We got a little bit of green in the market. Kind of exciting. I'm not going to get too excited yet. Fartcoin's up 1%. Fartcoin seems to like move big moves in small candles. And I don't, like, my brain can't really comprehend it. Like 1% for Fartcoin looks like nothing. And it kind of weirds me out. I'm waiting for Pengu to make its epic comeback. It's kind of been a little bit of a dud. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, been a little bit of a dud. Let's see, how long did this last? That was a 63 days, and then this one, we are 79 days into it. Interesting. Let's go take a look at the total 3. I'm so excited, man. Can this thing just blast to the upside and give us some altcoin reckoning? I'm ready. My bags are ready. Maybe that's not true. I would like to buy more. They can take their time. I'm being impatient today, but I would rather just accumulate more. Wait until Friday. Give me till Friday. And then you guys can do whatever. It's going to pump. Watch it pump either Thursday or on Friday before I can get to the bank. Happens every single time. And then I'm going to get my money in, and the market's going to kind of like flop over. It's the ultimate meme. All right. I guess there's not much going on. Let's go take a look at total 2. We haven't looked at total 2 in a while. Okay, total 2 made a new all-time high as well. Interesting. I guess I'm going to get rid of this old all-time high. Well, no, the old all-time high and local high are 2 different things, so. Is the local high relevant? What was that even talking about? This? I must have made it right at that moment. I'm going to get rid of the local high. So we have the old all-time high and the current all-time high. 1.71, 1.77. We have yet to really break any of these with some like real conviction. What's nice is we are up here and the RSI is not overbought yet. Whereas back here, it was incredibly overbought. That said, we do have some obvious bearish div, which is not the end of the world, but it is going to signal some downside, some short-term downside. Even this right here. RSI is going to have to reset. Price is going to have to reset. What's nice is that that is the right kind to where it signals the RSI going down and the price going up over a longer period of time. Tom Stocks Code said, why do you got to go to the bank? No direct deposit. No direct deposit, sir. No direct deposit. Nope. I'm 50-50 on whether or not I want direct deposit. I would like to point out, I just recently, I didn't have a bank account up until like maybe 2 years ago. Like I kind of did, but I didn't. I cashed my check at the smoke shop, which they charge money for it. And I had been doing it for like over 10 years, so they gave me a pretty good deal. But that's so much money, dude. That is so much money that I was throwing away. I gained financial literacy thanks to crypto, and I changed a lot of what I was doing because of that. I actually credit that with YouTube sending straight up cash. I actually credit crypto with kind of partially me quitting smoking because I did the math and I figured out how much I was actually spending on cigarettes. It was a lot of money. John said Bitcoin is trying to make some moves. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Bitcoin's up 0.5%. Oh my gosh. Dude, the baloney. This is like offensive. This is the most vulgar daily close price I think we've had in a long time. It also looks like it's wrapped like a cigar. I don't know what to say. Mr. Roberts, get a handle on your price. Bitcoin does look good right now, though. 121,920 and 58 cents. The question is, has the liquidation heat map changed? And are we getting some overly excited bulls that they're going to liquidate? It actually looks like there's more bears than bulls. 265 mil is the biggest, and that's way up there. Yeah, we might liquidate some bears. That'll be exciting. Let's see what happens. Tom Stocks Code said, bro, what year are you living in? I live in the middle of nowhere. Give me a break. What year am I living in? It's pretty primitive. I just built myself a PC as well. I'm a primitive guy. My phone before my Google Pixel was purchased at Kroger for $30. And that is not a joke. I'm not a phone guy. Even now, like my current phone, I bought off eBay, refurbished for like $150. Not a phone guy. I'm a computer guy. But even then, I was playing video games on consoles. I had no PC. I had a MacBook from 2011, which still works. I just retired her. I retired her in 2021 or 2022. She was over 10 years old. She still is. She still works. Brilliant investment. But I didn't want to spend $1,200, $1,300 on another one. So the new one that I bought is also refurbished off of eBay. Gotta save money, man. Gotta save money. I'm a brokey. I'm in lower class or lower middle class. Built yourself a trash PC that broke the stream. Exactly. I'm broke. We're all broke. I'm still waiting for alt season, man. Still waiting for alt season. Bitcoin does look good here. We got 122,053 and 74 cents. Oh yes, we're gonna look at those stocks for Mr. Roberts. TMC, the metals company. Ooh, is this the one that they just got some deal, or is that something else? Is this a giant cup and handle? No, it's just a giant. Oh my gosh, maybe it is. Hold on. Let me go to the daily. Wow. This is like, it's not even a cup and handle. This is like a bowl and handle. This is the top of the thermos. It's a giant thermos cap. You got a clear breakout right here. Straight explosion. You are incredibly overbought, but that didn't matter in the past, so it's probably not going to matter now. For some reason, come 2024, 2025, number go up. Interesting. Okay, so TMC definitely exploded to the upside. For sure. Next we got you. Or as I like to call it, ooh. Tom Salk Scott said TMQ is the one that got the deal. Okay. TMZ. That's right. The celebrity gossip people. All right, 17.59. Bad boy was $4 just a couple months ago. Okay, so this is at one point that they had to have done a split, right? What the hell is all that? Why is it all green back there? What does that mean? Oh, those are just different goofy little candles. Kind of funny. Okay. This thing has at one point been like 70, 80 bucks. That's 17 right now, which is interesting. I wonder if that's the result of a split or not as well. Volume spike back here. Huge volume spike right here. So this goes 2022 and then 23 to 24. We had a little bit of a rise, but it was still significantly lower than 2022. And then it's just exploded right here. From here, it just went up like crazy. Current price $17.59. It is incredibly overbought. You do technically have bearish div from here to here, and that bearish div signals further downside for the RSI and further upside for the price. So let's see if that plays out that way. Green dot of the momentum wave signaling further upside, and your RSI is about to cross bullish over the moving average. Very nice. Okay, next we got AREC. American Resource Corporation. This one's also spiking to the upside. Started at, well, let's call it $1. Started around $1 on average, and it's currently $3.89, so it's up 380%. Pretty sick. Its current, I'm not going to count this mess, but peak valuation back here, $7, $8. So you got at least a 2x to get to previous all-time highs if a split wasn't involved. A split, by the way, is very similar to crypto printing, like adding to their supply. You know how we go through the CoinMarketCap historical chart? I will say, I don't know how well stock data is organized. I do think that stuff like CoinMarketCap and Dex Screener and all that stuff that like really breaks down all of the information on individual coins is a tremendous concept to apply to the stock market. If you tokenize stocks and can divvy up all of that information and organize it and display it the same way that we do cryptocurrency on one platform or on every platform, that should be the standard. You shouldn't have to go digging for information on what have you. It should show you everything. I don't know why that's not the standard, and I think that that's why tokenization is going to be so popular. That's one of the reasons why tokenization is going to be so popular. Because I would love to learn all about this just by clicking in TradingView or CoinMarketCap or one specific resource instead of having to go to Robinhood for a little bit of the information, ask Grok, Google, probably Yahoo Finance, who knows, and figure out all the stuff that I want to know. EAC Brain said, I like SNEK meme. I like SNEK meme as well. I'm a SNEK maxi. I was SNEKified today. It's still not like completely real to me. SNEK is a beautiful thing though. Nice consolidation. I mean, that's gonna break bullish, in my opinion. Not financial advice. It might not. I'm biased. That's consolidation. Since August. I'm just saying. We touched the entry price for the year of the SNEK. It was the year of the SNEK, and then it went took a little doo-doo, little reset. The hype built, and then the hype died out. But man, oh man, this dip opportunity. Whew, what a juicy opportunity it was. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted. What were we looking at? A wreck. Yeah. So this thing's got at least a 2x in it if it's going to go to the previous all-time high. Volume could be a little bit better. I don't know how TradingView measures that, though, specifically from the NASDAQ. You are overbought on a 4-hour time frame, which has kind of been the case since, shoot, even since April. But we can just go back to July because you kind of reset a little bit. But overbought. It doesn't really mean much. When you get a little pullback for like a week, nobody cares. A week is nothing. Green dot on your momentum wave, still in play. And IDR is the next one. IDR. Idaho Strategic Resources. Similar situation. Started off at 13, 12, 13. It's currently 38. I like the volume increase. This one seems like a slow burn. 2006. Wow, this might be a good long-term play. Maybe not now. This is going to come down eventually, I'm sure. But I do like that it lingered way the heck down here and then it built up so much pressure to where it popped. The volume spike right here looks very appealing. I like the RSI slow burn to the upside as well. It is overbought, but again, so that same situation, it was overbought here, was overbought here, was overbought here, here, even just before that, here, and now here, and here. Like, it didn't matter. The price still went up. So it's a short-term trade situation if it's overbought, but longer term, it doesn't really seem to matter with the current administration and the way that precious metals are going and safe haven assets and all that stuff. Kind of a no-brainer. Now, is it going to continue to be that way throughout the remainder of the current administration's term? I have no idea. A lot of red dots in market cipher. I don't know if that's even relevant, but something to keep in consideration. And then we got NB. Niocorp Developments Ltd. Similar situation here as well. Started at about $2. It's currently $9.10. Mr. Roberts said they're all precious metals and rare earth minerals. Trump admin has bought up so many of these and it's good. Yeah. I kind of feel like that's a no-brainer with this current administration. They like their rocks. They like their oil, their fossil fuels. Drill baby drill can also be interpreted as mine baby mine. So this one's interesting. Why was this one doing so bad? We do get a volume spike. Overbought. You can see the momentum wave heavy towards the downside. It's really heavy towards the downside this whole time. Heavy towards the downside this whole time. And then out of nowhere, upside. Just that flip. Come November, actually. November was the flip. It's interesting to see when you zoom out. This, I guess if you get a pullback, you could set up a cup and handle. And then that would give the RSI a little breather moment. Is that going to happen? Does that really matter? Probably not, and probably not. It's could just as easily continue to blast into the upside. Look at the volume. Insane volume. This first breakout got a full retrace. Second one, not really, kind of, I guess, halfway. Third one, maybe a quarter. And then the fourth one didn't even go down. Fifth one didn't even go down. And it's gotten to the point where it's going parabolic now. The parabola is set. And that is literally why that's called that, by the way. The parabola is this angle, this curving angle that just increases ever so slightly until eventually it's just going straight up. I'm trying to draw a nice one like that. And then eventually it goes back in time. I'm just kidding. For anyone that took me seriously, I don't know how many of you guys take me seriously. All right, Bitcoin on the, sure, let's go with the 1 hour. On the 4 hour. Currently 121, 828 and 94 cents. We are chilling. Mr. Roberts said a lot of those companies that the U.S. has invested in are Canadian. I still think it's good, but I wish and vote for a government up here that understands math. So, not me. Good thing I'm not Canadian. JJ Math. Maybe they all were taught JJ Math as well. It's a shame. I wish we could mine more effectively up here. So frustrating. And the one we have now doesn't. Exactly. JJ Math. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. I think I'm going to call it an evening. Guys, smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Share the stream. Subscribe if you're new. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Big celebration at 2K. We'll do some giveaways as well. So, as always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Tuesday and good night.